My name is Martin Voorzanger. I'm one of the founders of Toogethr. Toogethr is a service for carpool and rideshare. With Toogethr it's possible to either offer a ride or to find a ride and join each other to a similar destination. What inspired me to build a ride-sharing platform was basically out of my own needs. I live in Amsterdam. Basically I do everything on my bicycle, but when I want to go out of town and I didn't have a car, I had to use public transport, and at the same time I noticed that there are so many cars on the road and most of them there's only one driver and 3 empty seats. And I thought, hey, we can make better use of all of this. Well, in the beginning you have this insight. But then, of course, the next question is how I'm going to bring this live. What I did actually is start writing a business plan. I'm not advising you these days maybe anymore to write a business plan, but it was very good to write down my own thoughts. And that helped me to find other people because I was sharing my thoughts, my insights and asking other people and did a bit of marketing research on that. And then I bumped into other people who had similar ideas and we joined together and built the Toogethr carpool service. Toogethr's target group is basically anybody who owns a car and is willing to share the seats in his car, or somebody who doesn't have a car or don't want to use his car and needs to go somewhere. So basically everybody. Well, Toogethr is a platform. It's really open. Toogethr both have a website and apps. I'm not sure if all of the others you mentioned already have apps, but we support iPhones and Androids. When people are on the move, they can also use their device. Next to that, it's a free platform. You don't have to pay to actually use the service. Everything is free. Of course, if you offer a ride, you can ask a bit of money, but you actually settle that score immediately with each other. Well, I can't predict the future. At this moment there is no business model. The service is, as I just said, for free. But of course we believe that mobility doesn't come all on its own. We believe that carpooling is just one of the ingredients. So we believe in a business model that we will deliver our service to integrators. Well, the biggest challenge in the end is to build a large community of users who is passionate about your product, but at the same time are active, offering rides, looking for rides and being able to match them. And once people are happy with your service, they will tell other people about it. So in the beginning, it's really a chicken egg problem where you have to find a solution for. What traditional businesses can learn from us is, I think, the speed of innovation. If we have an idea, we can actually bring it live in a couple of days or weeks if we want to. And we are not, of course, have a big backlog of things we have to live with or to cater for. So we can move really fast and turn around as fast as we can. And of course, that's something which is really difficult for existing businesses. But at the same time, an existing business can also join us if they believe in the philosophy of collaborative economy. It's a good question actually. How big will it be? I think it will be huge, and I'm not saying that because of course I'm delivering a service, but if you look for instance at what Google is doing with their driverless car, they need a platform, they need a service who are offering such a service in the end. People will be carpooling, maybe they won't even call it carpooling, you just sit in the same driverless car with another person going to the same destination. So I think eventually fewer and fewer people will own their own car. My personal interest is really big. I love the idea of that you don't possess something just for yourself, but to share it. It started with me, I think many years ago already, selling off and buying stuff on second-hand marketplaces, but later on I started with couchsurfing and then came Airbnb and I use Uber and I use Etsy. I love the idea that you actually deal with each other, or deal is maybe not the nicest word to put it, but you talk with peers and that you hear stories about products and services you are acquiring or delivering. And that makes it on a much more equal scale than you buying from a large corporation. The biggest problem I foresee with the collaborative economy, I believe, will be in legislation. The whole system we currently have for legislation is built on the idea that you possess something and you own it and you can get insurance for it, but it's not built for sharing it with other people or models where you where you own an asset with many other people. For instance, I would not buy a car myself, but I would buy it with my whole group of people, maybe 50, 60 people. How does it work if something breaks down or a car accident happens, stuff like that. And we are not yet ready for that. We need to work on that. Well, the ultimate goal with Toogethr is to decrease the number of cars on the road, to increase social traffic, where people have a nice chat with each other and at the same time they're moving to their destination. And the third one is also to lower the reduction of CO2 on the road.